first down. Watson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. DeForest Buckner, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To throw is Watson. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th. Jordan Whitehead there defensively.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. DeForest Buckner. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now it's Hines. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now Jones off the play fake. And oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with second down coming up. 16-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. Driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Jones now throwing on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this Texans defense stands tall. They begin with a quick throw out left, and he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Jones, off play action, sliding out of the pocket. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. On first down, it's Watson, escaping the pressure right. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 32 on the play.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football?
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Here's Jones. Off the play fake. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Gronkowski. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down, Indianapolis.
Operating from the gun, Jones lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the gun, Jones. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake. Jones eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Texans fans, because it's 3rd down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Off play action. Jones. They'll roll him out right. The ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or 2 there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. No doubt they were hoping for 7 points out of this drive, CD. The good news, they could at least salvage 3 because that ball went bouncing out of bounds.
Yeah, how about the bounce that they got? They kept them in field goal range. You're exactly right. They get a chance to get 3 points out of it and not cost themselves.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On the run, he'll let this go deep. He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Back to throw, Watson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. Going for it all. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Texans 21, Colts 7.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
36-yard line. A gain of 2.
Now Watson.
And 2.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards that time.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
He was brought down by Kendall Fuller. It's a gain of a yard. Brings
Watson off play action. Rolling to his right. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the carry, it's Logan. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Watson, and got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game, and the Texans will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you
touchdown Indianapolis. A big play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. So that run there, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Flushed out right. Now he's going to go up top. Oh, wide open, complete. Cordero Patterson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Cordero Patterson had the second fastest play of 2019. He hit 22.23 miles an hour on a touchdown run, and he found a top gear here as well.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
I mean,
that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
At the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones, flush to his right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. From the gun, Jones. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the Texans' 36-yard line.
The option on 2nd down.
Jones out to the flat, and that's caught. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
88, incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. 5. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. Back now here on EA Sports, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Fairbairn now to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Now Jones throwing on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
38 yards on the play.
Jones now. Off play action. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high speed. As they've got this one well in hand.
Antoine Winfield on the tackle.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run it here with Logan. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing again, Jones. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he goes out of bounds, and looks like right at the 50. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
Indianapolis.
Off the play fake. Jones sliding out of the pocket. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. They'll roll him out right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Here's Hines. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
After the interception, here's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. It's 2nd and goal back to the 8-yard line now. Off play action. Jones. He'll buy some time right. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he rifles one incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Peterson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards that time. From the 50, it's Watson. Rolling to his right. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And Watson's going to throw it here. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peterson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From the red zone now, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10.
This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Texans have got a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 4.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. To the air yet again, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
But they've certainly been successful.